Ching ching, ching ching to you guys. Welcome to our show. Hope everyone is doing great. We literally just got back home from running a bunch of errands, including getting our car serviced, and that was such an incredible experience. We're going to take you there in just a little bit, but first we have a little bit of show and tell for you. I want to start out with my purple cauliflower. First one of the season.
Yum.
You love these, huh? How do you like them, Al?
In my mouth. With my teeth going like this. It's delicious.
I like them in soups, roasted. You like it roasted?
She roasts them. She does a great job with them. I like them in the soups also, but I also like them plain. I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
These are far more delicious than the white ones that we
They're
have
different.
in the States.
No, they do have the white ones here, just a completely different vegetable. You know, they're both cauliflower, but the consistency, everything is much different.
And driving,
now, what else do you have?
Driving to Malta this morning to see Claudio, our friend, the car police guy, you would not believe in the plains of Catania. The orange trees and the mandarin trees are just loaded.
And the lemon trees.
And the lemon trees are just loaded, okay?
In fact, while we were driving, I took some footage for you guys to enjoy. But take a look at this one particular shot of Etna that I really enjoyed. We're over here at the plains of Catania getting our car serviced. Take a look at Etna. The lemon trees, the yellow flowers. Hey, anyone know what kind of flowers these are? The yellows, the greens, the whites. Just a spectacular December day. And here's our guy, Volcano. So your buddy Claudio's son, Nathan, is pregnant, huh?
Claudio is a good pal of mine. He's the guy that restores the Fiats. And by the way, if you need a Fiat, let us know. We can have it shipped over there to you.
Restored, Fiat 500.
And we also did a great video on him a few years back that's gotten a lot of views. But his sons, actually John and his other son, help me out here. Daniel, and my favorite one. Nathan, my favorite one, just got married a few months back, and guess what? His wife is with child. Yeah. And we are so excited about that. This is the nicest guy you ever met. He's a young kid in his 20s, learning his father's jobs, because his father is really the best restorer there is. There's nobody better than him.
Yeah, I mean, this guy... When you see the junk, I mean, we're talking junk, but once he's done, the job that he does restoring, especially these Fiat 500s, is just incredible. And he was telling me that he's shipping 3 of them to Florida in this month. So
they're not that expensive, Esther. It's about, I don't remember what it is. I think under $10,000 you can get a fully restored one, including the freight. I think the freight's about $2,000 to ship it. They put it on a pallet and they ship it. And he's been doing that for years.
The Fiat 500, or Cinquecento, is a legendary Italian icon that was first rolled out in 1957. The post-World War II inexpensive, light, compact car was built for Italian families and considered one of the first city cars. But its design and features transcend time, and today they are a hot and hip collector's item. Set against Mount Etna is Volcano Auto Services. Among its regular car repairs, it also restores and sells road-ready Fiat 500 and Minis worldwide under the name Volcano Restoration Project. I'm here with Calogero with Volcanic Restoration Project. Look at these beautiful Fiat Cinquecento.
We just love going there, but the drive there...
Well, wait a sec.
The drive there
wait a sec. Before you go on the drive, let's just talk about being there. Because when we arrived, you know, there's Claudio, there's Nathan, there's Daniel, and they stay and they chit-chat with us for a while. And I got to chit-chat with Nathan. So take a look at this. Nathan Auguri, his wife is pregnant.
Grazie mille. La vita è bella, e siamo qua a lavorare. La vita è bella.
Life is beautiful.
Siamo qui a lavorare.
But that's Sicilian?
No, this is Italian.
Yeah.
This is Italian.
We are here to work, but we want to hear something Sicilian.
Che ti posso dire?
What can I say? Stump.
C'avevamo 4 arance da Rocchi.
What did you say?
Abbiamo delle arance da Rocchi dalla piana di Catania.
From the plains of Catania, orange.
Tarocche.
Tarocchi is the name of the orange.
Sono favolose. Favolose. Buonissime.
Buonissimi. And you eat these oranges?
Tutti i giorni.
Every day you have one of these?
Sì.
Congratulations, tanti auguri.
You know, he was a little bit shy at the beginning, but then he got going. He was really excited about the orange tree, right? He was talking to me about that orange tree, and it's the only orange tree on the property that doesn't need any water. And all the other orange trees, they don't water, and they're dead. So there's one particular orange tree that is there. That was very
There's probably
cool.
a stream or something underneath, I bet,
Yeah.
or a brook or something.
Well, that entire area is so fertile, Alfred. The plains of Catania are just magnificent. They're flat, they're fertile, and you know, we were looking around. There has been some destruction of crops, but you know what? The lemon and the, as you said, the orange, the tangerine trees are well and alive.
What I've noticed about the destruction of crops, not the trees, okay, is that the leafy vegetables like the lettuce, the not the broccoli, what's that stuff called that I like?
Spinach, scalora.
Scalora.
No, the scaloras are fine.
Yeah. Okay.
The,
Well, some
the
of them are
lettuce,
like a little bit, you know, waterlogged, but they still taste good. But they are waterlogged. You could notice it. And she was
For sure.
complaining about the size of the lettuce, right, the last couple of weeks.
Like a third of the normal size and
but
same
the trees,
price. But I'm
man,
not
forget it.
complaining. I'm just pointing out that, you know, I wouldn't trade it for anything. But in any case, it's such a good experience. It's a fun little drive going there, enjoying the views, because I'll tell you what, driving around Sicily, although it may get hairy sometimes, the scenery is just an explosion for the eyes, really, for all the senses. We've gone down that road a million times, and I'm still like, wow, wow.
Yeah, it's a great
And also
drive.
Etna, you know, Etna.
She's floating today.
But
Holy
earlier,
smokers! There's been a big explosion today.
But earlier, the juxtaposition of the beautiful whiteness and the blackness of Etna compared to the greenery and the yellow of the plains of Catania, for me, was breathtaking.
Did you use the word juxtapose?
I did.
That's a great word.
I
Juxtaposition. Wowza.
Watch this, you guys. Al, you like my word, juxtapose? Well, let's juxtapose Etna and that beautiful white plain to the views from our deck. Now, I know a lot of you guys have already seen this view, but Alfred one morning got up early and look at this video he took. Just enjoy this minute.
Time to get up. I guess I don't mind being quarantined here. How about you?
Al, you love getting up early and doing that, huh?
Yes, I do. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning every morning, every single morning. I have to watch the sunrise. Of course, it's like around 5:30 or 6 because of that daylight savings baloney. But people who come with us on our group tours or private group tours, they come to our house and they sit on our deck and they gawk at the beauty.
Now, remember earlier I said that it was a nice, clear, beautiful sky? Well, Etna erupted, so it's a little bit cloudy, but still a beautiful
Those are ash clouds.
December day. Yeah, those are ash clouds. In fact, while we were driving, we saw her erupting. Whoops. All right, so there you go. On that note, you guys, hope you're enjoying our videos. Leave us a comment. What else do you want to hear more about?
We'll be publishing more videos every week.
Anyways, I had one more thing to say before we get going.
Well, let's stay over here on the volcano, too, because one of the things is that it's located on the Sigonella Bay. So there's a lot of Americans.
The volcano?
The Volcano Restoration, the car place.
Oh, the car place, Volcano Restoration,
is located on the base of Sigonella. So a lot of Americans go there. But we had a good time meeting with this Air Force guy who was 66 years old, and he was so looking forward to retiring at 67. But we had a nice little chat with him about life in Sicily, about work, and he was, how many years? 50 years.
45 years, but he wasn't an Italian guy. I mean, he was a NATO guy who's been working at SIG for 45 years. He has a big job there, and he was
in
there
the office. Yeah,
in the office. He was there to get his car fixed. We had a nice chit chat beforehand. A very nice guy, and he looked at least 15 years younger than 65.
For sure.
He looked
it's
great.
That good old Sicilian olive oil, sun,
DNA
food.
is just unbelievable.
DNA, who knows what it is. But you forgot to show your other snack that we picked up today.
So you may see these in bottles in the United States, okay, on the shelf, but don't buy them. This is a lupini bean.
And they're served in these plastic containers.
I have to tell you about lupini beans.
Well, first of all, these are the hard ones. There's the soft ones, the hard ones, and you can get the salted or unsalted, correct?
Yeah. They're made right over here. There's a guy that makes these things, and on the weekends, he's open. Only on the weekends, I think. And then during the week, he supplies the people. I hate the soft ones. The soft ones taste like mush. If you get them, you have to get them dura, hard. That means hard. And these are salted. And you know why I'm having one of these today?
Why?
To go with my Jamesons. They go great with Jamesons. That little salty flavor is just great. So we bought those. We also started to pick up some stuff for
Wait a sec, but do you know that the lupini beans were brought here by the Romans? And at first, they were poor people's food. Soldiers also ate it because it's heavy in calorie and very dense energetically and nutritionally. And now a lot of people, you know, on Sundays, we see a lot of people stand in lines to buy that lupini. And the other place that we buy it at has one of the oldest productions of lupini beans here in Sicily. They've been doing it for hundreds of years. It's the Reitana family in the back. And what they do is they have this big bowl and they boil it in there, and the dad stirs it, and all the kids work in the front. So
they do sell them in the States. They sell them in the aisle. What do you call it?
I've seen them in the jars,
the vegetable aisle. But they don't. It's like night and day on the taste. I mean, actually, frankly, a lot of the stuff that we eat in the United States and here, the taste note is like night and day. I mean, it really is. Like going from a lupini bean to a cauliflower to an orange. Wait till the blood oranges come out in another couple of weeks. The Torraco ones, they're like scarlet on the inside.
What were the ones we saw today? Oh, Novellino.
Yeah, those are the new ones that are just coming out. And do you know that the European Union actually pays the Italian farmers to let them fall on the ground and rot or not even grow them?
Same with lemons, Alfred.
Because they're so abundant in Italy that they have to kind of parcel out oranges to the different EU states. Of course, the biggest EU state of all, the 500-pound gorilla, is Spain, okay? So if there's too many left on the market, what happens is the price goes down and then everybody loses business. So they did an investigation about 10 years ago about the farmers who were putting in their crops to get reimbursed from the EU, and they found out that the orange growers were putting in for not growing their orange trees on the equivalent acreage bigger than Sicily. Yes!
No, but that's the same case with the lemons, Alfred.
Yeah, the lemons too.
That's the same thing with the lemons. Listen, you're wearing a different hat today.
All right, this is a shout out to my alma mater, AP, Austin Prep. This was given to me by the Director of Alumni Relations, a dynamic woman, Jen Hodgkins, who invited me and up there for a little bit of a lunch with the faculty when I was in the States 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I mentioned it to some of my pals who I've grown up with in life that are on my Facebook. John Sato, Gary Aravella, Greg Cleary, Bill Dixon, Jay Dowd. Now, we're talking about guys from the class of 1968, and we had a little reunion of sorts, and you'll see the picture coming up in just a few minutes. And we had a great time rehashing, I think it's 54 years, something
That's
like
incredible.
that, of life experiences. Both Gary and John served our nation in the Vietnam War.
Oh, you don't look a day over 50.
Thank you very much. But the reason I like the hat, though, is she caught on that we did this, and she tracked me down and gave me a present. It says Class of 1968. She gave me 2 caps.
Bravo.
So I says, you know something, Jen? Thank you very much. I've already given a donation, or maybe I'll give another one. But the hat is awesome, and I'm going to give Austin Prep a shout-out. And I hope my son Matthew is listening, because they have the best baseball program in the state of Massachusetts. And I really want my grandson, MJ, to become a legacy alumni there. Is also my brother Tommy's, it looks like my brother Tommy's granddaughter, Lucy, may be going this. We may have 2 more Zappalas going to the prep.
Very cool.
So thank you very much, and thanks, Jen. I appreciate it.
All right. So the other thing, you know, when we're out and about walking around and seeing things that may interest you guys, we take video or pictures of it. And I was down in Arcitrezza, and they're starting to put up some of the decorations. And you know, it's the mid-December, so it's pretty late. So, but they're still putting some stuff up. This is Arcitrezza's symbolic boat, La Providenza. Beautifully hand-painted boat, and here they're getting ready for the Christmas decorations. Buongiorno. But look at this boat. Fantastic, right? Giorno. And here is going to be the Christmas tree for Arcitrezza. The other thing I wanted to say, going back to
Do you have any pictures?
The other thing I wanted to
I always say that. I drive her crazy. I know.
The other thing I wanted to tell you guys that was so cool when we went to get the lupini beans and the purple cauliflower, and this just warms my heart, that the guys that were working there, the ones that we showed you in one of the past videos when we went to the shopping to the one of the markets, you know, I said, look, you guys are on YouTube, you guys are on YouTube, and they all gathered around me, and they were watching, and they were slapping each other. Hey, look, 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 there you are, there you are. And they were so proud and so happy about the videos that we did of them. That truly warmed my heart, and they were so grateful, too, that we showcased some of these things about Sicily, not just the bad stuff, you know? So that really made a difference for me. I mean, those guys, they were like, well, famoso, famoso, I'm famous, I'm famous.
You know, there's a couple more interesting things. We bought our poinsettias today, because usually they last a couple of weeks. So we paid for one of them that stands a good 36 inches high. It looks like a mini Christmas tree.
In fact, I think
it's
I'm going to get it.
Yeah, it's the largest tree, largest poinsettia I think I've seen in a long time. It's full. He wanted €15 for it, but he sold it to us for 12 because we buy so much stuff there. And let me see if Esther can show it to you.
There's
how big
no
it
way. Look at that. All right. So
we haven't even opened
it
yet.
I'm not.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's ginormous, right?
Huge.
So here's my question for the today.
Pretty. Wait a sec. Look how pretty it is.
So we'll open it up in just a little bit because we just rushed home and.
Did you tell him how much it was?
€12, right?
Well, no. Originally was 15. And
15 marked down to 12. So how much does a poinsettia, 3 feet high, cost in the States? We also bought a smaller one, about. How big was the other one? The other one's maybe 1.5 feet or 2 feet. I think she paid
at least 2 feet.
At least 2 feet. She paid €5 for that. So we paid €17.
At least. That's what would you say?
Yeah, that cost us €5, and because they'll open up and so forth. One thing you can't do with the poinsettias that we learned the hard way last year is you can't leave them outdoors at night when it gets chilly because they die. because we bought a whole bunch last year, but after one day they started to exasperate themselves or something happened. So these are guys are going to stay in because we have our Christmas group arriving at the end of this week. As a matter of fact, two of the couples are coming in early, so they're going to be going hither and yon with Esther, and she's also been running around like a chicken with its head cut off. Poor woman, she doesn't even have a head. Getting ready for the different Christmas, but we're gonna have a Christmas party here, of course, inviting some of our friends. Not a big one, but
a small one.
It'll be a good one, yeah.
The other thing I wanted to say about the poinsettias is that I need you guys to give me some advice. How often do I water it? Because I think I overwatered it for a couple of years. So I don't know. Do I water it every day? Leave me a comment. Let me know.
And I also have to make a couple of statements out before we do anything else. This goes to the Idiot of the Week award. It goes to the Bishop of Noto, okay, who is a moronic moron, who said Sunday during his homily to the kids that there is no Santa Claus and essentially grow up.
I gotta tell you,
what a mental midget,
such a big backlash that he ended up coming out and apologizing. So what a Grinch goes to him. I mean, the parents afterwards, they were outraged. I was reading article after article. People were writing him. Who is he to say all of that? So
it's really not the whole idea of Santa Claus. If you kind of research it, it's really not that old. And I remember in the States, the story we were told was that it was named after Saint Nicholas, right?
Babbo Natale.
And then what happened one day, I was reading in the paper that the Pope said the following people are no longer saints. And one of them was Saint Nicholas, the guy that was originally supposed to be for Santa Claus. And the other guy was Saint Christopher, who we always had the medal on our car when we drove, when we had our cars. Right? And then all of a sudden, they don't make them, they gave him a demotion. They put him on the practice squad, I think. I don't know what the hell happened to those guys.
No, St. Nicholas has been around for a while, I think.
Of course
for a
it's
few
been around.
Centuries.
Of course, but I'm not that sure if they are still considered to be Roman Catholic saints or not. I mean, that was the big thing.
I know who can answer that question.
Jim. And by the way, Jim Ingram, my pal Jim Ingram, who I love, Jim Ingram became our first #1 sponsor for our 2022 year. We need 300 of them. So one down, 299 to go. And we also
want to say thank you to Daniel Ross.
And Daniel Ross was our second one. We have our first 2 sponsors for our 2022 program. That's to cover all the expenses.
And there is one other person, but I can't find his name right now. But
we have two. We have two so far.
Right
$100 donation.
So wait. So what is becoming a sponsor?
And you get your name. Wait. You get your name on everything, on all of our videos. We set a shrine up here in Sicily for you.
No, but seriously, in all seriousness, we really appreciate, because this is one way you guys are helping us keep going. And the other way, of course, is by joining our community on YouTube for $1.99 a month. What you do is you hit the join button, and we have some extra materials, but it's really just a way of supporting our You, Me, and Sicily programming.
It's been a very good year in terms of growing and getting the word out about You, Me, and Sicily. I'll tell you that much. There's lots of people out.
We have a lot more work to do now.
We have a lot more work to do, and I can never make her happy about that. But guess what? I believe that every bean fills the bag. As long as we see a lot of growth, we're seeing humongous growth.
The more people that see the video, the more people can enjoy it, right? The more people that are served our YouTube videos, the more people can learn about Sicily and the good, the bad, the ugly. And let me tell you about the good, the bad, the ugly.
You have some more ugly?
Yeah. Well, il sole 24 ore, il sole 24 ore, and I'm reading this from my script. Magazine came out with a 32nd edition of Quality of Life here in Italy. And I'm kind of sad to say that Italian cities came pretty down bottom. Out of 107...
You're talking about Sicilian cities.
Yeah. What did I say?
Italian cities.
I meant a Sicilian. Out of 107 provincial capitals, there's Agrigento, which is up 14 places compared to last year, in 84th place out of 107. Wait a sec. Let me read a few more.
I have a comment to make.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Then we have, so that's 84th place. 87th place is Ragusa, up 12th. Enna's 92nd, up 11. Palermo 95, down 6 compared to last year. Messina's 97, down 6. Siracusa 98, up 7. Catania 102, down 12. Caltanissetta 103. Trapani is the third last provincial city in Italy on this list. The top three, Trieste, Milan, and Trento.
First of all, I have 2 comments to make about that. Screw those from the north, because I don't consider them to be Italian. They're either German or they're Austrian or they're French. Their DNA is not like mine. Number 2, there's a lot of discrimination, as you could see with this list over here.
No, the quality of life, I think they did a survey.
Esther, the quality of life cannot, this is like, if you have a half a brain, okay, not even a full brain, a half a brain, and you have a little bit of American savvy, okay, and not a lot of savvy, a little savvy, and you know a little bit about this and a little bit about that,
or you know someone who does,
you can live far better lifestyle in Sicily. I don't care who makes a list. I think that list was made by the brother of the cardinal from frickin' Noto. Okay, it was baloney.
In any case, you and I both know that the quality of life for us here. But I think when you ask a lot of Sicilians, they do have a lot of complaints, Alfred.
Watch this.
No, wait. Excuse me.
The quality of life is good, Esther, because of you.
In any case, I think these were surveys done by Sicilians, and you and I both know, you and I both know that Sicilians like to complain about things, rightfully or wrongfully. You go out, I'm out all the time, and a lot of them complain about the roads, justfully, about the trash, justfully, about this system, that system, taxes, too long lines, and it all adds up. So even though on this channel we talk a lot about the positiveness, there are some things that are negative here in Sicily. Now, would I give up this life here? No. I enjoy my quality of life here in Sicily has gone up. I prefer living here than in the United States. But I can see why some people have issues. You know, like when we were in downtown Catania the other day, and, you know, our friends were complaining about the mayor of Catania and that he doesn't do this and that. And even during the floods, why wasn't there, you know, the sewage better or the drainage better and blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, you guys, everyone can always find something to complain. So that's all I have to say. But I
demand a response. Okay, thank you very much.
Wait a sec. I was a little bit surprised that Sicilian towns came that low on that list.
If you look up the phrase, because I like phrases, pisser and moaners, okay, collectively, the citizens, a lot of the citizens of Sicily are pissers and moaners. I know.
My point exactly.
Listen, I'm a pisser and moan. I piss and moan about everything, okay? If you look at the letters to the editor in the La Sicilia newspaper, every day there's like 2 whole pages of stuff, and everybody there, they're professional pissers and moaners. They piss and moan about everything. What?
I agree.
But guess what? As soon as they leave the island,
they're pissing and moaning and missing Sicily.
Right, okay? Their chests are expanding, and they're Sicilian. They don't say they're Italian, and it's like, yeah, I'm Sicilian, man. You got a problem with that? I mean, come on, will you please?
That's true.
We are in a great place of Sicily, and if you look, why don't you Google famous people of Sicily? And I'm not talking about those stupid Hollywood actors. I'm talking about the contributions that Sicilians have made to mankind, from physicists to chemists to doctors to mathematicians to poets to astrologists to artists,
writers.
Okay, and then you tell me what other country of 5 million people
Bravo,
can say all that stuff. You want to know something? Bull feathers. We're Sicilians, and if you're listening to me, and if you have a little bit of Sicilian blood in you, guess what? That's a good thing. Now, is that a racist thing to say? Frankly, and you could read my lips, I don't care. Okay? If you think me saying that Sicilians are like that, I don't care. Okay?
All right.
Period. That's how I feel about it.
Are you guys enjoying this video?
All
right,
at some point in time,
and you must have one final thing to say.
Aren't you posting something special this week? Later in the week?
Yes.
What do you?
The Catania Christmas market during the day.
Video. A whole video on it.
All types of booths. We gave you a little bit of a preview the other day.
No, this is the good stuff.
But this one is going to be
so stay
really
tuned for that.
All handmade Sicilian products. This is going to be a gem, I think.
And then, when our group comes here, listen to this, because she can do what she wants. She's the executive producer. I'm just security and logistics. She's going to be doing some live stuff with the group when they go to all these places.
If we have good internet.
If there's good internet.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Thank you so much.
Grazie mille, everyone. Thank you for supporting this channel, and we'll see you on another video of You, Me, and Sicily. Ciao.
Sa benediga. Ciao.